Just told you that it's a conflict of interest, sir. If you learn your law, it's conflict of interest when you're trying to prosecute a person and they're here.
Go ahead. Okay.
So I was called over to Sudlow, reference a student being smacked
Take your
by,
time.
Now I was
by another
smacked.
student.
I got videos.
So
They said punch.
very,
Yeah, let him get him. Let him get it out. What he has to say.
Can I step out for a second then? Because I can't do that. Because I
Yeah,
can't be
please.
with him. I can't be him.
This is your complaint. You can step out.
Right, because I wanted him to step out and not even be present. You could have got his paper statement.
He's officer that was
I understand,
involved
but he
in
has
it.
paper statements that you could easily present, and that's all we can go off. I didn't even want to talk. I got paper
Well,
statements.
I'm gonna get his statement. You can step out.
Right, let me step
And I'll
out
grab
so
you-
you guys. So I don't want to interrupt you guys.
Okay.
Let me just step out.
Just have a seat.
Tell me when y'all ready.
Go over, my man.
I don't want to even hear him, bro.
Yeah, have a seat out there.
I don't even want to hear that, man. So I'm gonna be out here for a second.
Yeah, no worries.
This guy saying like she got slapped on the back of the head, but she got CT scans. Yeah, and this guy acting like he didn't work me like you heard earlier makes no sense. How do you not know the person you're supposed to be protecting overnight?
What school are you?
Sudlow. But I worked right here at Mercy One. I was in the emergency department, so everybody goes through me. Like,
Yeah.
And at night I was third shift, and this guy would be there till 2 a.m. And after that, I have no security. So to say that this guy doesn't know me makes no sense. That's like me standing right here, and my job is to protect you, but you don't know me for a whole year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay,
Gotcha.
buddy. Okay,
Gotcha.
buddy. Yeah. Now you don't know me. Can't believe he said now he got slapped, but I have video of him saying that she got punched. And it's been 3 days later, and I still don't got the whole story.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Anybody would be upset. It's common sense, like. And then you got this guy. Like I said, I reported him to the FBI, color of law violation, and it's all on his body cam where he said, "No, I don't know you." So obviously, if he can't even come up with an honest statement, how is he making police reports? That's my violation. That's what I'm telling the FBI. How are you a cop and you can't even identify who you're protecting for a year? I'm sorry about this, man.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. Because I also requested him not to be here, and he's there.
Oh, did
I
you
said it-
get an officer quick for you?
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for lying, though.
Take your time, man.
No, like I said, I'm gonna give you their paper statements of what they said. So it like it conflicts what he just said. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is exactly what I got when I first got there. So if you could read that out loud for them.
Some of the media comments. Student reports getting hit in the head by another student during gym class. Student denies having a headache. Student says that her head is hurt. Student denies having dizziness. Did not notice a bump in the head.
Okay.
I get it.
All right. Look, now that you read that, let me just tell you this. Now, do you see any kind of like what seems wrong about that? Why did my daughter have to go by herself to the nurses and report her own assault when it's supposed to be an adult that's supposed to walk her to the nurse, make the full report? And I got video of them even like they had it's complete negligence for why this person was even near my daughter when he was already assaulted. And did you hear anything else? There was no safety plan. I'm pretty sure you guys have a policy. There was no safety plan issued the first incident, and right now she don't have a safety plan. She's been missing 3 days of school. In accordance to a safety plan, they'll give you a way so you can catch up with your grades, catch up with your schooling, and do maybe online at home. She has a laptop at home. None of that was even offered to me when I said, "What are we gonna do about this?" They said no. They just kept talking about the kid. Oh, we gave him consequences. The principal said, "I'm assuming he punched her." Everything's assumed, and this guy too, he just went off those statements. So he showed up after the fact of any of that. So why wasn't he there before? Why did I have to request him? So now I want you to read, and I'm gonna step out again because it's just hard to hear. I had my daughter write a victim statement because she said she can't talk, especially like when it's like an issue concerning personal and something that happened to her. Yeah, she needs to write it down. So I want you to read this because I couldn't even read this because I'm the parent, and it really breaks my heart. I'm gonna tell you just like that. So I'm gonna step out again. Yeah, read it for the records, and then that right there should explain this and what this man said.
Okay.
Because I don't even want to hear it.
Statement submitted by Mr. Cortez. His daughter wrote, "My name is Naomi, and this is what happened to me at school. I was physically assaulted by the same boy 2 years in a row, both times while his sexual education teacher was with him. It happened the same way each year. Last year's incident already bothered me, but this year it affected me even more. This year he hit me in the head again. Early in the morning around 9, when it happened, I said I was okay, only because all my classmates were watching, and so was my friend. I felt embarrassed, frustrated, and shocked that it happened to me again. I didn't want to cry in front of everyone, so I held everything in. My first period teacher sent me to the nurse. I was still in shock and didn't really know how to react. The nurse gave me an ice pack and sent back to class right before second period. When I got to second period, I couldn't concentrate at all. My mind kept replaying what happened. I couldn't focus on my assignment or even have what my teacher was saying. Tried to pull through it, but third period, I still couldn't stop thinking about the incident. When I got called down to the office, I had to talk to another nurse and the assistant principal about what happened and about who would tell my dad. I felt overwhelmed and pressured by the whole situation. At the same time, I kept worrying about missing assignments, how my friends would react, my grades, and how much school I would miss. After my dad picked me up, I was still overwhelmed, so I tried to distract myself by watching something funny. That helped me calm me down a little. Now, because of everything that happened, I have to miss a whole week of school. I don't feel comfortable going back yet. I know I feel overwhelmed by my questions, attention, and people talking about what happened."
Thank you. So does that like open you up the what's really going on?
Definitely give me a view of what she felt like, what she was going through.
Okay, so now I'm gonna give you my statement. My name is Esteban Cortez. I'm here today as a father, a single income parent living at a poverty line, and my full-time student. I'm also a full-time student in this district, trying to build a better future for my family. I'm not someone with extra time, extra money, extra support, especially for right now. Right now, I'm handicapped, walking with a pin on my foot for this meeting, and I'm supposed to be resting right now, as well as my child's supposed to be resting, but nobody checked up on her, and she was marked unexcused absence yesterday. And because, like I said, the failure of a safety plan. They would have known she went to the hospital. There was a safety plan involved. And like I said, this officer already pre-gamed everything that he worked with me. And he stated in his own body cameras, he didn't know me, but he worked with me at Mercy One Genesis in emergency registration. And I'm the first point of contact for any patient that gets hurt in this area was me. His job and only job was to protect me. But since this guy says he doesn't even know me for a whole year, I had to show my fellow colleagues the video of what happened that day and the interaction with Antle, that they also stated, that's that dude that was at our hospital. That's the dude that was supposed to be protecting you. And then I said, well, this guy said it in his own body camera before we went to talk to my daughter that he does not know me. He's like, I don't believe you worked there. You never worked there. I've never seen you. So for you not to identify and be able to know a person that's literally 10 feet away from you, they have a booth right in front of me because they're supposed to protect me. Nobody else, maybe a little bit of the people that are out there in the lobby, mainly me. I'm behind a bulletproof glass. And that's the reason they hire me there. Because obviously you think they want a gentle person in the front. No, they do not. So every hour I miss work, or right now I'm missing school, has a real impact on my ability to provide for my children. So when I show up at this school, it's because something serious has happened. And that's the reason why I'm also here. Not because I want to and cause problems, and because I'm trying to protect. I'm just doing this because I'm trying to protect my kid. When my daughter Naomi was assaulted again this year, by the same student who assaulted her last year, and last year they didn't even tell me who this person was, and this is her mom. She came and approached me right after I came back from the emergency room with my daughter, and that's the assault person's mom cussing me out. I got full video, and I took a picture of her trying to jump out of her truck on the corner of my house, and this is my yard right here. I'm literally doing it from the corner of my house, and this is how I'm protesting now in the community. So if you can describe what you see here.
So photo A is a lady, a female.
Yeah, that's a female,
in the
yeah.
truck, and this is the parent of the kid that did assault.
Yeah, on that day, and that's the same day.
And then I'm looking at a gate here.
Fences.
Fences. American flag, and at the bottom, DCSD and DPD racist is written on it.
Yep.
BS stops here. Gun line active.
Yes. Now those images and all this looks like graffiti on a fence across a community. So based on your guys' actions and what happened at this place has has made the east side of Davenport, a nice little quiet community, look like the hood and the west side of a typical stereotyping neighborhood.
And
So
do you know who did this?
I did that.
Oh, okay, you put on the.
I did that as a protest.
I got you.
So when my daughter Naomi was assaulted again this year by the same student, and let me backtrack a little bit more because I had to do my own personal investigation. I found out barely like 2 months ago who the assault was, right? So then I tried to press the issue that you guys sweet talked into me to not press charges the first time, and that was this guy.
They told you not to.
Yeah, because they tried to excuse how he was handicapped and everything, but I didn't know that it was my neighbor, and they've been harassing me for the 10 years ever since I moved in. They're renters that live literally on top of my hill, right behind this fence. This fence, I had to build this fence because of them. I paid over $1,000 to build this fence because of them. I reported this to officers. Officers also do not want to take my statements because I try to put an order of protection against her mother because she keeps doing this. This is clear and obvious. She keeps coming towards me with herself and her child now. So now this is an ongoing issue. For 10 years, she reported me to the City of Public Works. She even reported me to the EPA. EPA came to my house and said it was that lady up there that reported you. We don't even, what does EPA have to do with your property or any of this? We're Environmental Protection Agency. Why are we here? It's like I don't know how you deal with racism here in Davenport, but I'm gonna leave you alone. That's what the EPA said.
10 years.
It's been going on for 10 years. And there's nothing I could do. I called the cops on them, and when the cops showed up, they said we can't identify them. We'll keep their name and record. So each time I try to go make an order of protection, they ask, well, what's the name? I can't give them a name. I try to go get an order of protection against this child also on January 13th, because it's the second incident. Anytime there's been 2 incidents of harassment, intimidation, or anything, encounters, anything, you have the right to put a restraining order or order of protection on the individual. It doesn't matter if they're handicapped or whoever the heck they are. So they denied me that right because I went down there. I ran into Antler. He followed me I went down to the sheriff's office. I went down to the courthouse, and when I was leaving, after I spoke to the attorney Kim Aboyer, she also, can you say her last name? I don't really know her.
Yeah. Aboyer.
Kim Aboyer. She has a child. She has a child that comes to this district. She's actually a white female, but she has a child that came to this district. They're both black, and they just got a scholarship. Her daughter did for $20,000 in 2022, and she's in the newspaper. And she also agreed. She also told me, I understand completely 100% what you're going through because I went through the same thing because I have minorities in this school district, and it sounds similar to what you're telling me. Okay. So, like I said, Antle, I reported him to the FBI quickly after I realized this dude's lying to my face on camera. And then when he presented himself, I'm going to show you the video of what he said and what everybody said. 100%. So let me go back to my statement. When I arrived to pick up my injured child from the front desk, staff greeted me with hostility. Security approached me, repeatedly said, acting like if I was a threat. Hey, you been helped? Have you been helped? When he saw me show up, talk to the front desk, and then sit down. So obviously I was waiting for somebody. I was already been helped. You'll see this right now in the video as well. So, and then the whole time while he's up in front of my face telling me, oh, I'm just checking. I'm like, okay, I don't like to be checked. And then I told the assistant principal that he already had the case. He's literally standing 3 feet away from me. I'm like, do you not want to talk to him? Tell him, hey, you already got this. Can we just go somewhere else private? You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Watch, you'll see the video. The assistant principal stood by and did nothing. Almost like that was a part of the intimidation process.
And who was the assistant principal?
I don't know his name. He was a part of you'll see the video of him too. So he was part of the intimidation. That was like an intimidating process. Like they already knew I was coming. Because as you could tell, so as you could tell by the victim's statement, which I kind of read partial of it, why is it that they were trying to negotiate with my daughter at a time when she's a victim? Who's going to tell your parents? Why are 2 adults obviously intimidating to my daughter, especially in a situation like that? Everything. She don't know how I'm going to react. She don't know how anybody's reacting right now. She probably feels bad that I'm right here, and she can feel this tension at the home. It's affecting everybody all the way to the house. My little medic got scared because she having flashbacks because this happened to her. She didn't get a safety plan either. Twice. My medic, she went 2 days, if you can recall, I said, without eating lunch because she kept getting bullied. And staff said they seen it, but it wasn't her actual immediate student for them to say something. They were waiting for the immediate people, like their teacher, to say something. But they did acknowledge they seen it quite clearly because she would cry at lunch. But nobody reported none of this until my daughter, the 3rd day, she didn't want to step out of the car when I was dropping her off. She was acting normal coming home. She was covering it all up. And then she said she started crying. I'm like, why are you crying? She's like, I've already gone 2 days without eating. I want to eat lunch. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I've been getting bullied and I can't eat lunch. And they let that kid come to my chair and table and everything. So then let me go back to right here, back to the present. So I just gotta give you a backdrop because everything's connected. No one can tell me what. And then right now, to this day, there's been no reports of what actually happened. But what I was told by Tanya, okay, and then when assistant principal stood by and did nothing, almost an intimidating part of the plan. When we were heading towards the back, because after security was all up in my face, I'm like, you want to be a part of this? Come on then. So then we walked to the back, and while the assistant principal was taking me to his office, what appeared to be his office, to be in a more private, secluded area to try to figure this out. To try to figure this out. I was already recording from the beginning, and then I was obviously recording the whole process for my safety. And then when I was walking to the back, Tanya told me that I wasn't allowed to be here. And say, you're not allowed to record. And then while I was standing there, and I'm like, you have no rights to be here. I said, well, I'm here because of my injured child, and I want to know what's going on. And she's like, oh, based on the laws, you can't record in this state. I said, this is a one-party state. You're not in Illinois. And then she kept going and followed us, harassing me, following behind. I said, you don't have to be here. And the assistant principal said, would like to join us? You can join us if you like. She said, no, he needs to turn off his camera. And then I'm like, dude, you're the one you're escalating everything at this point. And then I'm like, dude, this is the reason why I'm recording. So she eventually ends up walking away because I called her Karen, and then all this. And then again, the security staff also tried to get involved and said, well, you know what? You need to respect other people's rights. I'm like, you guys are not respecting my First Amendment right, whatever amendment right that is, to record and everything, and pretty much say what I want. And then he's like, no, I'm referring to FERPA law. The FERPA law does not even apply to me, I don't think. It's for, if anything, more for my protection. At that time, I didn't know what it was. I asked him, all right, since you're so knowledgeable about this, tell me what the FERPA law is then, because I'm not familiar with it. I'm just a citizen. I'm just the average Joe. So this guy tells me, Google it, and walks out of it. Why didn't he just stay if he wanted to be present during the whole time? And that's Cendric. So at that point, no one could tell me what actually happened. When I arrived, I just got this paper, and they thought I was just gonna walk away. And that paper is the one, who wrote this? Stephanie Mauser. Why is this paper? Oh, that's who's this? Stephanie Mauser.
It looks like a print off, honestly, from the school.
Yeah, I really don't know who it really was, like I said, I mean. And then, like I said, that's even so wrong because it says student reports getting hit in the head by another student during gym class, but like it doesn't say that student was brought down by staff. No, it doesn't say a student was brought down by staff. That's the key. Why we got victims walking around the hallway? So now no one could tell me what happened. No details. No investigations. By the time I arrived, it was already probably 2 hours later that there should have been at least some kind of sense of what happened. No, there wasn't. No facts. Just piece of paper with vague information, which is this. An administrator admitted they didn't know what occurred. The administration, like the principal, all of them will openly, once we play the video, they openly said they don't know what happened. And then that's when I said, so what are we going to do about this? They said they just kept referring back to the other kid. Oh, we gave him consequences, just kept speaking about the other kid. Not once did they speak about the victim. They were just guessing. They were assuming. They said the words, I'm assuming, over and over. They were treating my daughter's assault like it was an inconvenience instead of a serious incident. Because of the school couldn't give me basic information, and because my daughters actually came out and said it outside, I had to take my daughter to the ER with a CT scan. So what the officer also said, it makes no sense because he came out with the cam, and he specialized was there for the camera recording, and which I'm gonna get later for this color of law violations that he's done. Because also, like I said, he also made false statements saying that he doesn't know me, but I work in the emergency department. He's supposed to be protecting me. Like I said, if you don't know who you're protecting after a year, that's a serious. I was in harm. So I'm gonna probably sue my hospital because this guy openly admitted for a whole year he didn't even know if he was supposed to be protecting me, and doesn't know me. So I don't understand how he's even making police reports when you can't even identify your main job duty of that you were the only officer in the whole building, and at nights it's just my department that's open, the emergency room, and you can't defend the one person that's actually there. At nights there's only two people there, one in the front and one taking the ambulances in the back. That's it. That's all we got is front for patient access. We're the first line of contact. I was the first line of contact for a year in this whole district. And I received plenty of students that came in as well. I'm gonna give you a quick story, and I'm not gonna put no names, but you guys should have this familiar with. There was an incident in Madison where, like probably last year, where a child, kind of like I think Arabian looking or a minority, let's say, was thrown off the second floor, was tossed, and the report clearly stated that this kid was tossed off from the second floor. Students just kept going by him, and he was on the ground for at least 5 minutes before staff even noticed him. So then the parents showed up saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but feeling like he was, like they were the problem. Instead of them being the victim, his father was apologizing for his kid. Like, I don't know what I'm sorry for what he did. I'm sorry for that. I'm like, you ain't got to apologize to me. You're checking out. I'm going to let you know that he's here. And he's apologizing to me because I'm an authority figure at that time. And he's apologizing, saying everything, that he's trying to take care of this, that he don't want that he has insurance and everything. That's not something he should be thinking about. Then he should just be thinking about the safety of his child. But the school district, it has every victim feeling like they need to protect themselves and they're the problem. So because of the CT, so then she got CT scans made. She had to make sure she didn't have a serious injury at the time. They called it a mild concussion. I got paper statements with me of the hospital. This is right here, proof of her medical paper stuff. And she was excused. She said that she could take the whole week off. Today I was and I have a friend that was there, that he's actually a nurse, Devin. He's a National Guard member, and he goes there for work during the day. So this guy treated me right away, and he also said that if anything, he was gonna go do the pressing the charges and everything. He could do all that because he understood what I was going through. But because, like I said, the antler tipped them off before I even arrived. My process was 45 minutes. In the emergency room, I never seen someone go in and out so quickly and get put into a machine so quickly. Never. It's at least an hour and a half process, 5 hours.
Do you feel like they denied her real care then?
No, I don't feel like they denied her real care. They just expedited her. But the thing is that they obviously were, they charged my insurance company. That's the difference. They didn't do my people. They didn't do what they're supposed to do. They didn't do because I know what the process is. They didn't do no full registration where you actually got to say what happened. They charge him right now because we have Medicaid, and they like to use Medicaid and Medicare to scam them. So the thing is that since she has Medicaid right now, there's no receipt going to this school. It's gonna go to my company, and that's what I'm gonna call later on today. Yes. So tell them about fraud. That's fraud. Yeah. Because, and then you know why it was fraud? Because the fact that they didn't even make a report that there was an injured student that even happened at their school. So the only communication they had just, watch out, this guy's coming. That's from my assumption and from me work experience at that hospital and the connections with people. I also attain to what they call white privileges. When people die, only white people are the only ones allowed back there to see their family's last breaths. No Hispanic, no minorities is allowed to go back there until that person deceased completely, and only then it would be one at a time. White people, they get to go as a crowd, as a group, because they're looked as no threat, and they're not going to overreact. What they tell us is because the other people are different culture, we don't know how they might react to their loved ones being deceased there. But that's, like I said, nowhere in this Quad Cities are we getting equal fair treatment where you're supposed to. So that's time, money, and emotional stress that falls entirely on me taking her to the emergency room, handicapped. All of this could have been prevented if the district had taken last year's assault serious and not placed the same student in her class again, negligence, with the same staff who controlled him the first time, or maybe not. But there was never been no change. My daughter told me, I asked him, so what happened with the other kid? She said they just made it better for him. If anything, they're treating him even better. So that for her being a victim actually made his life even better. As a parent, I should not have to fight the school just to get the truth about what happened to my child. I should not be treated like a problem when I walk through the doors. I should not be intimidated by staff or security. And I should not have to record every interaction just to protect myself from being misrepresented. The emotional toll this has taken on my daughter is real. You guys corrupted my child. She never would have gone through those emotional facts, feeling like I can't trust officers, I can't trust the principal, I can't trust the nurse, I can't trust my immediate building that I had to come to by law, by force. This ain't something that we could just stay at home. She missed a full week of school because she did not feel safe returning. I don't feel safe that she's safe to return still. There's no safety plan. It's been 3 days. The emotional toll on me is too real. I'm trying to raise my child. I'm trying to have a great living. I own my own house. I've been owning my property for 10 years, free of liens. I own my own car. So to say that I'm not financially stable or I don't know what I'm talking about in life sounds retarded. And instead of the support, I was met with disrespect and obstruction in every step by officers, even denying they even knew me when I said, like I repeat again, that was their only duty to protect me. If you can't protect just one, how are you protecting the public? I'm here today because this was preventable. The district had notice, 2-year notice. The district had responsibilities, safety plans, not implemented ever. And the district failed my daughter twice, and my other daughter twice, about 2 times as well. No safety plan was ever recorded, because if so, you guys would have had it right here, right now. Do you guys have a safety plan right now? Do you guys have a safety plan present, sir?
I have no idea.
I'm sorry.
I'm invested. I'm fine.
But yeah, did he say there was a safety plan? Because he was there during the whole encounter.
I don't think I even.
But I'm saying that's something you would present if it's a part of a case.
There should have, for the record, safety plans are supposed to be developed to keep a kid safe. I'm gonna find out if there was actually one even developed at Sunlow. Is that where your kid is attending school?
Yeah, but like I said, like, why are you saying that they're just gonna backdate the thing and then probably make it today?
No, but you didn't get one.
Right.
So that's my answer. If you didn't get a copy,
right, I didn't get it. Well, I don't know how it works. Like, I never got one. That's my point.
Exactly.
That's
so
my
if
point.
I go and they have one and you didn't get one,
then okay, and then like I said, I recorded the whole interaction going in and going out. So at one point, I'm gonna show you at what point too in the video. I'm gonna pause it from time to time and tell you at that point he could have just presented instead of saying, when I said what are we gonna do from here, instead of escalating everything, we could be like, let's start with your daughter first. Let's set up a safety plan for him. Nothing. It was all about the other guy and how this police felt. And you're gonna see that this police even put on his bike. He says, I don't have to be here and listen to this. I said, bro, this is your only job, to come here and report and listen to this. No matter what I say, if you don't like what I'm saying, that is not your personal problem. This is my case, like you were saying. This is my incident. I have the right to present myself based on how I want to. As long as I'm not punching nobody, assaulting anybody right here, right now, I'm allowed to speak. I can cuss. I can say fuck, shit right now.
Articulate what you want to say.
I can articulate what I say because obviously I'm an emotional parent, and any great lawyer knows it's hard to prosecute your own case because of how personal it is. If this happened to another kid, I would definitely destroy this whole district. I guarantee you. But since there's so much emotional,
child,
and it's my child, and I'm personally involved in every step, and I'm involved with officers, I'm involved with the district. I go to at Davenport Community School District. I'm gonna show you. Right here. What is this?
Eastern Iowa Community College business professional certificate, man. Congratulations, bro.
I just got it 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks. Thank you.
Man.
So for everyone to say that I don't know what customer service
deal,
or anything is, or what process I'm taking, and what was inflicted and what was not done and what should have been done, I'm a business professional major. I got a certificate right here, right now, from your own district. So if your own district is lying to me, then I would throw away this certificate. This certificate don't mean nothing in this district that they provide, and they train you for this district. But if I can't use it in the district, makes no sense. So I'm here today because because this was all preventable. Yeah, I said that impact. Yeah, and I had on my family. I was physically assaulted. My name's here. All right, so now let me continue. I'm also a part of the National Society Leadership and Success. There's 2 pictures here. If you could just get an image, this is Nomi on the left. Nomi on the right, and America on the left. You could just describe what you see.
Man. So this your daughter? This your daughter?
Yeah, that's Naomi. That's the victim.
And this is
Not America.
America. I never had to see a picture of him, man.
Yeah. So I mean, if you could just describe how we look there and what it is.
I see 2. You're both of your daughters. One's by herself with a cowgirl hat on, and the other's in the photo with you doing the peace sign up.
Yes.
Beautiful kids, man.
Yes, and this was taken at Junior Achievement.
Bro.
I was volunteering Junior Achievement. She was actually the CFO in Junior Achievement, and as you can see, I had the volunteer sticker. I was there, and the reason I bring this up because at this time, I'm gonna tell you right now that this is a great moment, but this day I also witnessed Mr. Long, like literally, be very aggressive with one student because he was black. during the whole encounter. He just kept harassing this kid, and then he saw me looking up, kind of a little bit upset, looking at him like bro, you're not tough. He was trying to be tough. Everybody else, there was other parents there. We're all pretty much white, so everybody was just like kind of like proud about it. He literally stepped him up, called him out in front of everybody. Everybody was quiet, and they just pointed him out, targeted him, and made him stand up. And then like no, and then he even approached him face to face, walked up to him, said like this: "You're gonna sit down quietly. Why don't you step the kid out or put him to the side? Why are you doing this in front of everybody during a occasion where it's supposed to be junior achievement and he's supposed to learn about the real world? Now the real world is showing him that people in authority are gonna come, check you, embarrass you in front of all your classmates, your peers, your co-workers, your fellow other co-workers, your community. And this is what the district's been carrying on. That's just a mild example. And this guy had the nerve after he did that, literally walked up to me because I was paying attention, patted me on my back. What is that? Is that like, oh, the validation? What is that? So I wasn't going to say nothing about that until this happened and I seen a trend. I'm seeing the trend. And then you guys also have officers following the trend, trained in the trend. So any report that this antler guy has ever created has all been biased, has all been due to his personal beliefs, his personal friendships with the district, with the people that he works for. But he didn't know who I was. So that seems very biased. All right. So this is the report that I also created. If you could tell them where did I create that report to?
United States Department. This is something you submitted to the
Yes.
Department of Civil Rights and Division?
Of course.
Okay.
To the United States. And I also made, like I said, report to the FBI. If you can just state what's there present as well.
Texas Park Wildlife Temporary Hunter Education Certification. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and my name's on there, rightfully. And that's what I do in spare time. I could have been hunting right now, but I'm here. So now we're gonna go to the real thing, what really happened, real facts, the videos.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna pause mine.